aside the fact that you learn business strategies, you learn business tips and tactics on how to do well, you are also learning some personal things that are outside the business zone. And I love it when not everyone needs to be an entrepreneur, okay? You can work for someone and still be good. You can also be your own boss. And I love the brutality and the rawness that entrepreneurship is not for the faint-hearted. Okay? The sleepless nights, the give up time. A lot of times, like, I'm not doing anything, you push your sleep in. But when one call just come in,
it could be your turn, you have a monopoly. You had the idea first, you push it out first. But the important thing is that you have to stay on the idea. You can't sit down and say, yes, we have arrived. Yes, we are the only ones. You know, but somebody else is coming to do it better. Somebody else is coming to do it bigger. And somebody else is, you know, going to give you a lot of headache. When these things happen, when you face stiff competition, then you have to dig deep and look at what makes us unique. And then you have to call on things like friendship. Those are important. So whatever relationship you have with, say, your supplier, your customer, ensure it's a mutual relationship. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're doing with friendship. You get it? I do business because you're my friend. I do business because we have some.
So you know, you have to keep on trying. I started, like I was saying, in 2017, I think first quarter. We started chilies only at the mall. It was a very large shop, about 210 square meters. And the idea was, you know, we're going to put everything that a child needs. And you know, I was like, I had young children then, and I knew that I could do anything. All of my last penny, if I'm not spending it on business, I'm spending it on my children. So I'm like, okay, definitely parents will come and patronize. But funny enough, you know, we were in it, and 1 month down the line, 2 months down the line, the numbers were not as rosy as we expected it to be. You know, so we had to sell the business so that it would not affect my main business. And when I sold it, the person that I sold it to just changed the name and changed the outlook. He changed it from kiddies only to kiddies and adults, and added adult products. And he was making a hell of a lot of money. You know, what I didn't realize was that it is not children that spend money, it is the parents. So when you come in and you see what you like, then you now see what your son too can use. Then you buy for you and you buy for him. In that regard, the business failed on my own end, not because it was not a good business, but because I was not innovative enough. I know sometimes, you know that word, Sapa? If Sapa holds you very, very well, innovation will not come. You just be thinking of survival. Do you get? So I was at that level where it was a make or mar period for me. I would have lost everything. So the best thing for me to have done then, the innovative thing for me to have done then, was to sell, which I did.
So how did I get to KPMG? So KPMG has this very long recruitment process, right? So you do aptitude tests and then do this and do that, and it's step by step. They keep cutting people along the way. So one of those steps of the recruitment, there was like a panel interview, and so they will call you in. There was a panel of interviewers, like 5 or 6 of them, and then they will be throwing questions at you. So, but I know that the first question they would ask was, tell us about yourself, you know. So anyone that has been to interviews knows that. So, but the trick is that you are not expected to tell them anything they already know. So they have your CV in front of them. So it's a waste of that opportunity to repeat what is in your CV. Like, I'm 33 years old, I studied microbiology. They're already looking at it. So you need to tell them something about yourself that they don't know already. You understand? Something that may pique their interest, you know, maybe things that you're interested in. But as a bad guy now, I've prepared my own response like a day or 2 days before that interview. And when they asked me, tell us about yourself, my response is that, okay, my name is Rowan Akewale, and I am the ninth child in a family of 19. So, the same way all of you are were like, that was the result I wanted to. So, because I needed to get their attention one way or the other. And it worked, and it's true. Okay, so I'm from a polygyny, I'm from a polygamous family, right? My dad practiced polygyny, we were like a lot of children. So, but a lot of us here, the story probably applies to us, but we'll be too ashamed to tell that story. That, no, and say, but it's who you are. You understand? Make use of that story.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Yeah, I trust you are good. Okay, I using this moment to wish every one of us compliments of the season. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. New Year is just here. In a couple of hours, we are going to launch into the new year, and 2024 will be right in our faces. All right. I'm so excited about this. And reason being that looking back to how 2023 began from the 1st of January down till this time, I'm filled with a lot of gratitude in my heart, a whole lot of gratitude because I know how far it has been, okay, doing a lot of things. And I know there is somebody that you're watching this live program to, you know that this year has been a great year, all right? So, in your definition of great, just understand that anything at all that happens in a man's life is either for a blessing or a lesson. It's either for a blessing or a lesson. Okay. Likewise, the people we meet. Okay. Likewise, the people we meet. So when you meet some people, what you only need to pick from them is the lesson. However, there are some people that when you meet them, what you are picking is the blessing. Okay. So some people they embody all these things. Some people embody both blessing and lesson. Why some people you only need to get the lesson because it is from the application of the lesson you learn from them that you are going to get the blessing that you truly deserve. Okay. So always have that at the back of your mind. All right. That anybody you meet, anything that happens to you, it's either for a blessing or for a lesson. Okay? Either for a blessing or for a lesson. Very, very important. So we begin the program right away after these 30 seconds. All right. So welcome back here. I welcome you all to the 21st edition of the Entrepreneurs Pump with Akolade Oluwatoba. How have you been? How's the festive season going? Trust you are doing just fine. Trust you're doing just fine. Yeah, it's been an amazing moment. It's been a great, great year. All we just have to say is thank you. We appreciate God. Yeah, just need to appreciate him because for us to have come this far, someone must have been the backbone of everything that we do. Someone would have been the one that has ensured that his will over our lives they come to pass. And I celebrate everybody. I'm using this medium to appreciate every single person that has shown up for the entrepreneurs from since we started in 2022 till this time. I appreciate you all, to all our friends, to all the participants, to all the volunteers, to all the team members, to all the community members, everyone. I say huge thank you to you all. I appreciate every one of you, every single one of you, for that which you've done to ensure that this program is keeps running. Okay, so I don't want to waste much of our time today because today is the last day of the month and of the year. So many of us we are planning for this evening's program. Many people are still trying to put one or two things in place to ensure that they enter into the big year with power, with every positive energy needed. All right. And I really respect that. So while I was deliberating on what to discuss for this particular edition, this 24th edition, it came to my mind that sometimes many years ago, I am of the opinion that some people are expected to know certain things. Some people are expected to be able to do certain things right. Okay, that was my thought. However, it was a different thing entirely. Okay, the moment I went to YouTube one day and just for fun, I just went there to type how to boil eggs. My goodness, how to boil eggs. And what I saw shocked me. And what was that? I saw it that how to boil eggs video had over 2 million views. Over 2 million views. Anything that seems so normal to you, just go to YouTube, type it that, okay, how to brush your teeth, how to boil water, how to walk, how to clap your hands. You will see videos on these things. And these videos are having huge viewers, huge number of viewers. So imagine if that thing you feel is just normal, it's just casual, that every other person should know it. That means you are very wrong. So I don't assume any longer that, oh, this thing is a common knowledge that people should know. I don't assume again. I don't assume again. I see that, okay, if you know it, fine. But the fact that I'm going to assume, no, I won't do that. I won't do that. So that's brought me to talking about starting the year right. All right. Starting your year right. Start your year right. And which are we talking about? 2024. And why is this topic? I discovered that there are certain things that, aside our preparation to enter into the new year, aside our prayers into the new year, as individuals or as a group or as a community, there are certain things we need to bear in mind. There are certain things we need to know, and there are certain things we need to put in place if truly all of our other exercises and efforts we want it to yield results. Okay, so you wouldn't say that God is one that doesn't answer prayer, so you wouldn't blame anyone for the results that you will get in 2024. Therefore, I present to you these 7 things that you need to know, that you need to do, that you need to have, if truly you want 2024 to be the best year thus far. I know some people, yeah, someone came to my DM, said they wanted to ask, should I do a call with me? I granted that. So in this question, after we are done with what he requested for, it was asking that, how come I'm giving people how to start the year right? How come I'm giving people or giving such a topic? Have I seen vision or something? It's part of what I'm going to be explaining to you in the course of this training. But the fact remains that you don't have to be a prophet before you see or know certain things. You don't have to. It's not until you are, let me use the word religious, before you know certain things. All right. All these things, they are things that over time they've proven to be correct. They've proven to be effective. So for those that know what it is they are doing, when they reapply those things, okay, they get results. So what I've seen happen over time, what I've seen people, do over time, and they've gotten results. And I know for sure that if you do such kind of thing too, you should get results. And that is why we are here today. So we're looking at start your year right. 7 things any forward-thinking individual must put in place for an exponential growth. For an exponential growth. You see, part of the things that happened in 2023 was that there's a lot of depression. And in what area? You see somebody that probably you grew up together, or somebody you started a business together, or somebody you started a career path together, and all of a sudden this person is moving very fast at the speed of light. All of a sudden this person is just going as fast as possible. You get depressed that why me? So in 2023, we had a lot of comparison. We had a lot of depression in terms of the event, something that you least expect to happen. We saw it happen this year. Your choice, your decision was not something that granted you what you really wanted. Okay, so this year came with a lot of shock. Let me use that word, a lot of surprise. However, some people were not surprised, and reason being that these things were forecasted about, these things were shown, they saw these things, but some people do not actually, they didn't take it serious. They felt it was just normal. And this year we saw it that if you are indecisive, you will follow the crowd. And if you follow the crowd, whatever happens to the crowd will be your lot. Okay, so this same year, we saw a lot of people that because they were unable to make their appropriate decision, they were unable to study the past, they were unable to study history, they were unable to study facts, they got on the wrong side of the event. But I don't want that to be you. All right, I don't want you to get on the wrong side of the event. I don't want you to get shocked by anything at all that might come up. I don't want you to see new invention as a threat to your growth, okay? Rather, see it as a leverage for you to keep growing and marching on like the soldier that you are. Are we ready for this? Starting your year right. Starting your year right. Yeah. 2024 is here already. For me as a person, I've learned one principle. And the principle is that before you start a new thing, begin that new thing in the season of the old ways. Before you start a new thing, begin that new thing, those new things you want to start doing in the season of old ways. What do I mean by this? Yes, 2024 officially starts tomorrow, right? By 12:01 a.m. today. Right? We are going to have 2024 right there. We will enter into the year. Okay. However, it is not until you enter into 2021 that your preparation for the year should come. You don't prepare your clothes to travel when it is just minutes or hours to travel unless you have everything in check or in place. This is the mistake many of us make. Okay, so for me, I believe the preparation for this year should have started at least a month before the new year. That is the beginning of December. Preparation for the new year should have started. So in my caption, while I pushed out the publicity for this event, I said, this is your business crossover service. And that is just what it is. Because if you pay attention to everything I'm going to be sharing with you today, I guarantee you that if you pay attention and you take action, you are going to get result. Take that from me. Okay? Take that from me. So let's look at it. 7 things any forward thinking individual must put in place for an exponential growth. 7 things, just 7. I won't go beyond 7 that you must put in place. And it is not just a year where you need to grow. Mind you, 2024 promises to be great. 2024 comes with a lot of ease because there are some inventions, there are some things that will be happening in 2024 that if only you are not prepared, you will not be able to key into those realities. You will feel other people are being wicked. You feel other people have gone far ahead of you and you are still behind. No, no, no. This is why we are having this class, so that by the time you get used or you know all these 7 things that are in place, when these things start coming up, there are some things that probably you've not heard of before, that in 2024 they will spring up. There are some people that they are going to get into seats of power, into influence that you don't even know about them. That is just one single thing that they will do that will get them into the limelight. In 2024 is a year where what you studied in school will not, or let me not use the word will, might not be what will bring you out there. Take that from me. 2024 is a year of unusual. Is a year where the person you are looking at behind you will just suddenly move forward. Mark all these things I'm saying. 2024 is a year where if the only thing you know how to do is complain, you will remain stagnant. 2024 is not a year where you just need to stay idle, where you need to move with the flow. It's not a year where you need to move with the flow. It's a year where you need to be strategic with every move, that if you don't know the repercussion of any action you want to take, you stop that step. 2024. All right? 2024. So it is important that you truly pay attention to all of these things. Okay? 2024 is that year where your hope will be rekindled with just a single event. Please mark these things. This video ought to go private after this, but I won't make it private. I will leave the replay on. The replay will be there. So you can make reference back to this video that I said this, I said that. So there are some unusual things that will begin to happen. If you are the type that wants to keep yourself, you don't want to come out there and you're not doing anything that is viable, my goodness, I don't know what to say. But then just pay attention to what I have to say. Okay. I'm greeting everybody that are joining us live for the 24th edition. Sorry about that. For the 24th edition of the Entrepreneur's Pump with Akolade Oluwatoba. And to all people that have joined us before now, I celebrate you. I appreciate you. You are the real TEP, the Entrepreneur's Pump. You are the real TEP. Okay. So let's get right into it. The very first thing you need to put in place, you need to put in check, you need to know that you've done this to a great extent, is your thoughts. Your thoughts. Your thoughts. Somebody once said that watch your thoughts before they become words. Watch your words for they form your actions. Watch your actions for they form your habits. I don't know how the person arranged it, but this is what I want to bring out of it. You see, when you look at a tree and you look on the tree and you are seeing mango fruits there, nothing comes to your mind other than the fact that, oh, this mango fruit or this tree is giving out mango fruit because mango seed was sown. I was sowed rather there. What am I trying to say? as individuals, the results that we get in our life, the kind of habits that we now show, everything boils down to the kind of thoughts that we think. Everything. And it is funny because a lot of people, they question the results in their life. A lot of us, we question the results in our life, and instead of us tackling it by the seed, instead of us going to the root, what we do is we tend to change the outward appearance. And anything that has roots cannot be corrected from the branches. Anything that has roots cannot be effectively corrected from the branches. So you want to correct something, you want to bring a change to something, you go to the roots. Why is it that the tree can grow? Because water is being sprinkled on the roots. Why can't you just spray water or pour water on the leaves and forget the roots? If you do that, the leaves are going to get dried up from the water on them will get dried up and there will be no growth. But when the roots that is supplying everything there is being wet, what happens? There is growth in all sector. There is growth there because you very important. So your thoughts carries the overall aspect of the result that you get in your life. Your thoughts are seeds. This is not even about your words now. Your thoughts are seed. Your thought controls everything. James Allen wrote a book. I even reviewed the book yesterday, and it's totally coincidental because I already prepared for this class before now. So James Allen said, he wrote a book titled As a Man Thinks, So He Is, right? Not as you think, so you will be. It is as you think that so the results your life is giving now is coming because of the kind of thoughts that you have. You may say, oh, I'm working hard. Oh, this person is not even working up to my level, but this person is getting some level of result. Yes, it is so because there is a kind of thought that is backing up that thing that the person is doing. So you can start something with other people, you can do something the way other people are doing it, but the thoughts with which everybody is doing it differs. And that is what we guarantee what every one of you gets. Okay, so your thought is very, very paramount in the kind of results that you have. If you look at yourself and you feel, oh, I'm not doing right, I'm not getting this thing right, the question is, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? One of my mentors, Mrs. Kemi Yeshala, she usually teaches people how to think. Before now, I would like, why will you be teaching people how to think? But truth be told, many people desire a result that they don't know the underlying process. And many people, they want that result that they don't know the accompanying thoughts that powers it. So anything you see out there was first a thought. Somebody thought about it. The mobile device that we are using, somebody thought about it, and that thought could come out to become something we can now hold. The trees, the bell, the laptops, anything at all that we have today was first a process of thought. Talking about thought, it's a process of thought. So the question is, what are you thinking? What are you really, really thinking? What are you thinking? Your thoughts, in case you don't know, it affects your health. Your thoughts affect your circumstances. Your thoughts affect the result you see. Your thoughts affect the relationship you build. Your thoughts also affect almost everything, your purpose in life, what you become in life. Your thoughts has this relation to that. Thought. I listened to his story that the man of God shared, Pastor Chris Oyakidome. He shared a story that there was a doctor, and this doctor gave two people came to the doctor to ask for diagnosis that, okay, sir, please, I want to get tested for this particular disease. I think if I remember correctly, he said maybe cancer or some HIV. Yeah, HIV. Both of them were there to get tested. All right. On a different note, they don't know each other. Unfortunately, when the doctor tested them, the first man that came in went to meet the doctor and said, "Doctor, please, what is my result?" The doctor said, "Oh, we are so sorry, sir." He started giving him counseling on what's not, what to do, and all that. And, sir, you know, at this state that you are, you need to do this and that because you already have HIV. You already have HIV. That was what the doctor said to him. So with tears, he started crying down. Oh, he didn't know that he has this kind of disease. He didn't know this. He didn't know that. That was what the doctor said. Now, to this other guy, he went to meet the doctor. Doctor, you've tested me and you asked me to come for my results. So he went to meet the doctor, and the doctor said to him, "Sir, congratulations. We've tested you. You have no disease whatsoever. You are clean. You are neat and that." So he went home joyfully and peacefully. Now, this other guy that the doctor gave the result that, sir, you have HIV, went home thinking. He went up brooding. So he started living a lifestyle of somebody that has HIV and AIDS. Look at that. He began to live that kind of lifestyle. But this other guy went about living his normal life because he never had the thought that, oh, I have HIV and AIDS. 6 months after, the doctor called them because they were doing a renovation, and they discovered that the test result has been interchanged. So the doctor called both of them on different terms and reached out that, sir, please, I'm so sorry. We need to get you tested again because the result we gave you 6 months ago was actually very wrong. This man that was initially given the result of his test that he had HIV and AIDS was retested. Guess what? He now had HIV and AIDS. Coming. So this other guy, he was tested because they knew he had. He was tested again, and the HIV and AIDS was gone. What happened is very simple. You see, there is a way your lifestyle will begin to show up in tandem with the kind of thoughts that you have consistently. So your thoughts brings manifestation. Anything you think about will definitely manifest. All right? What you think about, you bring about. So this man, the moment he was told that he had HIV, he was thinking, he was acting, he was speaking, he was showing the act of a victim of HIV. So the other person, because they told him that you don't have HIV and AIDS, and he said he was living his normal life. It's never crossed his mind that he was a victim. So that thought brought about the manifestation of their lives. You can see that. Thought. James Allen, in his book, he said something that our body is a servant to our mind. So whatever you think about, your body will react to it. Whatever it is that you think about. This is why whenever you see something that does not appeal to you, let's say, for instance, you go to a place and you want to eat, and you saw how dirty the environment looks. You bought the food. Immediately you got the food, and you remember that, oh, this environment was very dirty. Your mind is beginning to think that, this person that even sold the food is dirty. What will happen? Your body will respond to that thing that you've thought about, and you will no longer eat that food again because your mind is thinking something, your body is responding to it. Has it not occurred to you that you'll be watching a movie sometimes, and in the process of watching that movie, you see somebody you love in the movie, and the person died in that movie? All of a sudden, you start crying. Why are you crying? You know it's a movie. but your mind cannot differentiate between positive and negative. Everything comes to your mind as being real. So what you dwell upon, you become. The kind of thoughts that you harbor will eventually be the result that your life will bring. Okay, this also explains why you wouldn't know, you are just passing by in the street, and maybe they are playing a music or something. All of a sudden, that music just came to you unconsciously. So what you don't know is that everything you hear or you've heard, they store in your subconscious. So in your conscious state, you begin to exhibit these things. So I don't believe there's something called indecision, or you made a decision wrongly. You actually didn't make a decision wrongly. There have been some predominant thoughts that you've had that bettered the decision you made. James Allen confirms that. All right. So our thoughts, they are very, very powerful to the kind of result we get. So the moment you think positive about an event, don't be shocked that you get that result to be positive. The weight you say to yourself, imagine you look yourself in the mirror and you look at, oh, my face is bad. Oh, I have sunburn. Oh, I'm not looking good. Don't be shocked. When somebody meets you outside, the person will use the exact words you've used for yourself while you were alone. It is not like they are hearing what you say, what you are saying, but your thoughts are sent a signal to the universe that this is the result that you want. So you look yourself in the mirror and you think, wow, I'm so beautiful. I'm so handsome. When people see you outside, that is what they are going to give to you. That is just it. So our thoughts as a result on our outcomes. Our thoughts has a great and massive effect on the kind of result we get. Our thoughts has an effect on our health too. So you see somebody thinking like he does not have an ailment, and all of a sudden the person just gets healed, because what you act consistently becomes the realities of your life. The way you act. Tim LaHaye wrote a book, Why You Act the Way You Do. One thing that book teach or taught us is that you don't just act the way you do. There is a background, a basic foundational thought that is powering your action. So if you see some certain people, what is making you act positive to them is your thought. What is making you act negative to others is your thought. So your thought carries a burden that is fueled by you. Your thoughts. Your thoughts. So rather than you repair a tree by cutting the leaves, why not go to the root? It's a root cause, and the root of the result of your life is your thoughts. So check your thoughts. So there is how to think, because all these things, they are instructions that have been pre-written for you to consume. What are you thinking of? So if there is a particular result you want to see in 2024, you need to start thinking about it now. How would you act if you eventually achieve the result for what you are seeking? How would you display your excitement if what you've been desiring eventually comes to pass? How would you react? How? How? So your thoughts is very, very important. Even sometimes you are not thinking anything negative, but something negative will just drop in your mind. And the rule here is, there's a book by a man, I forgot the name. He wrote a book on thoughts. So what he was trying to say in that book is, you need to murder negative thinking. Like, you silence it, you kill it. How can you do that? It's very, 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 very simple. So when the thought comes to your mind, what will happen is that you have to say what you don't want about that thought. You have to say it. So if the thought comes to your mind like, oh, you are dying the next minute, what you should do is, come, I'm not dying. You utter it, you don't respond with the same thoughts that it came with. All right? Okay, let me see. Medina is saying something in the comment section. All right. So that is the first point. Now, the second one is knowledge. You need to desire knowledge. You need to desire knowledge at all costs. You see, yeah, they used to say, it is a common saying that the difference between here and there is time. But time spent uselessly, time spent mindlessly will never take you from here to there. All right? If you don't have the detailed information and the knowledge you need to move from where you are to where you want to be, you are going to still get the same result. All right? So, as a business person, you need to have, I think, 3 or 4 kinds of knowledge as a business person. What? The knowledge of self-introduction. Because the world we are going now, when you introduce yourself, every one of us, we are selfish. So if you introduce yourself, I will only want to partner or relate with you based on the relevance of what you do to me. If what you do is irrelevant to me, no matter how the grammar is much, I will not patronize you. I will not even want to move close to you. So, and in this, if you notice, this year, though it has not come very publicly like that, but this year you notice that there is rise in the way people are using newsletters. There is rise in the way people are maximizing the media. That's because the media is a powerful tool, especially new media, the podcasts and the likes, new media. All these things are powerful things that people are now using. So if you don't have a level of influence, if you don't have a level of command in the media space, what happens is that you will not be invited to certain tables because people want the one whose voice others hear. So if they see that you don't have a voice or you don't have people that you can speak to and they can say yes or follow you as a shepherd, you don't have sheep that can listen and discern your voice, you might not be invited. Well, how can you get all these results? Knowledge. Second kind is the knowledge of business introduction. What is the basic problem that your business is solving? What is the basic solution that your business is bringing? If you cannot clearly articulate this, now there's a particular program, the sharks or the dragon. If you notice this thing, sometimes the people that come to ask the investors for money they are not the people that are actively doing the business. They are not the people that got the vision for the business. No. But they ask somebody that is their spokesperson. So the fact that you started a business does not mean you should be the one to speak for the business. So you need to know this. Hire people that can actually interpret your business in the words of the investors. There are things the investors are looking for. If you cannot speak their language, you cannot get their money. Knowledge. All right. So you need to know the knowledge of business introduction, your service introduction. Then the knowledge you need to know is your customer's language. What language are they speaking? This is why you need to know your target audience. You are not Jesus. You are not sent to all. All right. So for the few people that you are sent to, when I say few, if 1/3 of the earth are your target audience, I mean, you've got massive following. So you need to know their language. You need to know what appeals to them. And this is where you need to come from your shoe and enter into their shoe. Then the fourth kind of knowledge is knowledge of the market. What is the market saying? In what direction is the market going? Are you positioned? Are you updated in what is happening there? In your field, who is the top? We call them underdogs. Who are the underdogs in your field? Who are those that are moving the needle in your field? Do you know them? What are they doing? Are you studying the paths that they've already laid? Are you looking at their track records? All these things matters. The failures of those that have gone ahead of you is a big lesson and a blessing to you. So if you don't get blessed by it, you learn by it. All right, that is on the area of knowledge. Then the third part that you need to hold very well is how you need to build influence. There are 7 areas of influence that we have. So we call them 7 mountains of influence. 7 mountains of influence. We have them in the area of media, we have government, we have education, we have economy, that is business, we have family, we have art and entertainment, and we have religion. 7 mountains of influence that you can find your space in, build on it, and grow. So you just look for one area there, just one. Enter into any of this field, and boom. And if you want to experience exponential growth, you need to have a community. What is a community? A community is a group of people that share in your ideology, that speak your language, that understand where you are going. Community. All right? Community. So it can be, as a business person, you can start, even if you WhatsApp group, Telegram, or what have you. Just have a community of people that know your offerings. In the long run, these people will be your evangelists. These are the people that will go about telling people what to do and what you don't do. All right? So you need to pay attention to the mountains of influence. Pick any one area there. Again, we have the media, we have the government. So you want to launch into the media, enter there. Government, go in. Education, go in. Economy, go in. Family, go in. Arts and entertainment, go in. Then religion. Pick anyone you want there and build on it. All right, that's the 3. Then the 4th one I'm going to mention is study prescience. Study prescience. Now, prescience comes from the word presential, which means foreknowledge. Foreknowledge is a Latin word. It means foreknowledge. That is you knowing something in advance. And how can you know something in advance? It is simple. Study the past. Study what is going on. And that way, you keep yourself updated with what is going on. Okay? So prescience is a great skill that any forward-thinking individual must have prescience, knowing something in advance. So you look at it that, okay, in the market, this year, there were lots of new people that sprouted in this particular area. What is going to happen in the coming year? Prescience. All right? You look at it that, okay, AI came alive. Yeah, AI has been in existence for a long time, but it came alive in this particular moment. Wow. So does it mean that it is only AI that will remain? That is a no. Because for AI to come to the public, that everybody now knows AI, especially ChatGPT, it means that something more is coming. So get yourself prepared for this. Get yourself armed with the tools to stay mutilated, to stay fortified rather. All right? So you get yourself armed with anything that can make any invention made to be a leverage rather than a disadvantage to you. Okay? So how can you know something that's going to happen in advance? You need to study the past. What has happened in the past? In your field, what is that thing that people are known to be doing? Okay, that means if they are doing this thing in the coming year, this is something that's going to likely happen. And this is where you need to trust your intuition. You need to trust your intuition. You need to trust your intuition so well. All right? So you study facts, you study statistics, you study patterns, you practice mindfulness. Mindfulness. You practice mindfulness. All right? You practice mindfulness. 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 Let me quickly say something on the knowledge I shared earlier. There's something you need to also understand, that in your search for knowledge, finance is a big one. Finance is a very, very, very big one. Finance. Finance. Now, I will advise any individual hearing me to do something. And what is that? Always, from now, begin to give yourself a benchmark of being broke. Like the money in your account will get to a certain level that when it crosses that benchmark, oh, now I'm broke. So based on the kind of income you get, all right, based on the kind of income you get, you need to determine that, okay, whenever I get to 100,000 naira, even if you want to die, I'm not removing 5 naira from that 100,000 naira. It is not you being cruel. It is you being meticulous. It is you being prudent. So when you give yourself a threshold that I will not spend any money whenever I get to this amount, 50K, 300K, 1 million naira, that when I have 1 million naira in my account, I know that I'm broke. When you have this mindset in you, what it will do for you is that, one, it will change the way you see yourself. So rather than see yourself as being totally broke, yeah, I'm broke, but not to the definition of other people's being broke. You see that? So it's very important. And calculate, let me know the word calculate. Document every single income. Get a sheet of paper, like A4 paper, then make a box. We have 31 days in some of the months, 30 days in some. For January, we have 31 days. Put 1, 2, make 31 boxes. So for day 1, January 1, if any money comes into your hand or into your account, document it. That January 1, I made so amount. January 2, any month should not make anything, leave it vacant. At the end of January, if you look at that paper, you'll be like, oh, I didn't make money in 10 days of the month. What it will do for you is it will push you to think of what to do to now make money. Again, get a paper, 31 days in January, make 31 spaces in that box that you drop. Day 1, did you make any money come into your pocket? Document. Day 2, day 3. If at the end of January you see that, oh, money did not even enter my account on so days, and you calculate the amount of days the money did not come into your account, they are like 10, 15 days. Be like, wow. So I'm not making money in these 15 days. What should you do? It will launch you to think of what else to do to make more money. Please, anything that you are getting, I would love you to just keep dropping the comments there. Keep dropping the comment. Let me know you are following. For those that are dropping, thank you so much. All right. So it will help. I just need to add that under finance. Under finance. Then there's something we call the income level. Income ladder. Income ladder. For income ladder, there are 4. We have people that do time for money. Time for money. These are the salary earners, people that have work hours, that if you don't work for this number of hours, you will not get paid. Those are people that work time for money. Then we have service business. So these are people that they manage a team to do service work. So you charge people per project, you have hourly rate for your clients. All right. Then the third category on the ladder is the productized services. Productized services. These are consulting. These are fixed scope for a fixed price. These are servicing, selling products. You are selling products. These are the categories of productized service. Then the last ladder is the selling product. Yeah, selling product. That's the last ladder. Under this, we have subscription package, physical product, e-commerce, product sold in an existing ecosystem, then digital product. So those are the 4 categories of the income ladders that we have. Pick the one you want and go all in. Go all in. All right, I've mentioned 4 points. I've mentioned 4 points. Number fifth point is pursue wisdom. As simple as these things are, wisdom is when you don't take it with levity. That is wisdom. You don't take it with levity. So you need to pursue wisdom at all costs. Pursue wisdom. Pursue wisdom. Pursue wisdom. In the Bible, we have some wisdoms there, not even some, several kinds of expressions of wisdom. There's a wisdom of the oil. I learned this from John Obidi. He said that, it's a story where there were 10 virgins, 5 had oil for their lamp. 5 had oil for their lamp, while 5 do not have oil for their lamp. So when the husbandman came, for those that had oil, he had to tell them, "Can come in." Every one of them came, but all of a sudden, because the husbandman came late, those that did not have enough oil, they had to go out to buy. 5 of them went out. The people that had extra oil, they entered into the room with the husbandman, and it was recorded that the husbandman shut the door. He shut the door. What is this saying? Now imagine that when the husbandman came, he said to them, everybody coming. And those that don't have enough oil, they came to meet those that have, that please borrow me some oil. Then please, I will refund you. I will do it later. I will buy another oil for you. Do you know what will happen? By the time they borrowed them their oil, at the same time, both oils will finish. What happened? Those people the one that once had oil will now no longer have oil because the oil has finished as a result of borrowing. This is telling you that you need to pay attention, quality attention, to some things you need to keep to yourself and some things you need to give out. In this life, I say it, everyone has a deposit of selfishness in them. Everybody, every one of us, we have it. So wisdom demands that you know what to keep and what to share. All right? Very important. Very, very important. Okay? Then we also have the wisdom of the sower. You should know that it is not all money that enters into your hand that is meant for personal consumption. No. There's some money that when they enter into your account, some is meant to make more money for you. Some is meant to open certain portals for you in other people's life. I'm teaching you this principle because many people might find it to be wrong. Somebody is celebrating the purchase of a new car, and what you think of in your life is, oh, you have to wash it for us. You wash it for us. Yeah, the person will buy a bottle of Coke for you and give to you. You know what you've done? It means that you've set yourself that you always be in the path of receivers. You always be in the path of those that sort kind of blessing do not deserve. It's good to be blessed, but it's better to be a blessing. And actually become a blessing by entering some realms of people that are blessed. How can you enter their realms? It is when you understand how to part with your resources to open some doors. See, let me tell you something. No matter your years on earth, if you live by your experience, you will soon die. If you live by your own experience, you will not last. Why? Because there are some people, they've lived the life you want to live. They've towed the path you want to tow. So the best thing for you is to tap into their own experience. And how can you do this? You have to part with your resources. When I talk about resources, it can be your time, it can be your skill, it can be your money. So you sow. When I say sow, I don't mean you just giving out money anyhow. No, you have to do it by trusting your intuition. Somebody will enter into you at some time, you'll be like, you just have a strong urge to give to a man. Like, why will I give this money to this person? What has he done for me? You are not giving that person. You are buying something. You are getting something from those people. This is how to live a life of ease. I've told you the things that are going to happen in 2024. I've shared them. It is not every result that will come in 2024 will come as a result of your personal hard work. No. If all the results you see in your life is as a result of your personal hard work, then you are poor. You are stagnant. Yes. Note this. You can get the wisdom of a 75-year-old by parting with your resources. Mind you, again, resources is not limited to money. Your time is there. Your skill is there. Any value you can exchange for that experience. Buy time for yourself. These people buy time. Buy time for yourself. When I started the book Soldiers International, I was the one that I usually I'm the one that writes. I'll write, I will edit, I'll do everything myself. Yeah, clients were coming, but I had to be posting some clients, and the money was not getting much like that. But the moment I understood that I can buy time for myself, so what I do now is I'm the one that will scout for clients, right? They see me as the figure. I'll scout for clients, get my team members to do the work. I'll be the one that is relating with the client. So the clients will talk to me, we'll do it together with my team. When they are done, they send it to my table. I cross-check. Oh, I don't want this. I do it myself, or I give them do it. I buy more time to myself. I have other things that I will focus on that will bring in more money. Wisdom. Wisdom. Sowing. So the moment you go from that mindset that all the money coming to your business will be for you alone, you are not going anywhere. Now, let me shock you. Do you know why some businesses cannot fold up? And even if they fold up, they cannot be stranded. Because the moment you get money, you put in other people's life. The grace in their life, if they are happy with you, we speak for you. It's sounding as though it's sounding as though I'm being spiritual here, but I'm not being spiritual. That's just the truth. There are even men that they don't look like the people you want to be like, but they carry some things. They carry them. How can you tap into these things? By parting with your resources. All the money coming to you is not meant for you alone. Nah, it is not all. It is not all. So always ask your spirit man, how is this going to be spent? Somebody just look at you and dash you 150K. You thought it's just, okay, 150K, brah, broom. You spent it all. You are doing more harm than good. I just wish you know that you are doing more harm than good. Okay? So wisdom. I'll post it there. By the way, let me use this medium to talk to us about our second anniversary. Wow. This is very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. Second anniversary is going to be coming up on the 27th of January, 2023. And my goodness, it's going to be very loud. Yeah, in our own capacity. It should be a physical program. I think I've mentioned it here. It should be a physical program. Yeah, physical gathering where we are going to meet and sit together. We look at our faces. We give ourselves warm hugs and all that. Again, I want to see your faces again. I want to hug you. I want to hold you. I just want to look at you, see you smile, see you happy. So it's going to be a physical program come January 2024, 27th. I'm looking at it to be 27th and 28th. 27th is a free program. Everybody will attend. You come in for free, right? Bring your friends and enemies and everybody. But for 28th, it's going to be a paid one. 20K. Yeah, I think so. 20K. And it's a meet and greet session where you're going to meet with the speakers. Yeah, that will come that day on the 27th. You meet with them, you eat, you will drink, and you still get food with knowledge. Because I'll say there are some things I will say on 28th that I will not see on 27th, right? Because I'm not idle, right? Day in, day out, because of the position that I hold, I'm not allowed to be complacent. I'm not allowed to be lazy. So I've got to stay forward, thinking all the time. So there's based on some because I made some huge investments, actually this month, paid for some heavy trainings, heavy. So some of those things I learned from those things as I applied them, I want to share some of them with you. All right. So that will be on the 28th of January 2024 by God's grace. Just keep that in mind. That is the Entrepreneurs Pump with Akolade Oluwatoba. That'll be to the 25th edition. And let me use this medium to appreciate somebody. Let me see if you are dropping comments already. Okay. Oh my goodness, the person is even here. Ever since this person has been there since day one. And this is a live program. I need to appreciate this person. Is none other than Naim Uthman. He's an amazing brand designer. I've forgotten the name he used to call himself, like the appellation, like a phone, like it can help you make money with your smartphone, something like that. It can help you make money with your smartphone, and not it doesn't. It's not just a talker. It's something that he's doing for himself. If you used to see our design, the pump designs, and you see how beautiful it always come. It's not Angel that is doing it too. There is somebody behind the camera that is doing it. That is Mr. Naim Itman. He's a very, very great friend of mine, and I'm so happy to be connected with him. And since he has started the design for pump, guess what? He has not collected the dime. He has not collected 5 naira. He will do both the design. He will also do the quotes or anything that is being shared. He will still do that also. And all these things he will do for free without collecting a dime. So please, if you're watching me live, just let me say thank you, Naim Uthman. Thank you so much for all that you do. I appreciate you. There are most of them like that. But I just need to say that because he's really done tremendously well. And I applaud him for that. Thank you so much for all that you do. Okay, so let's go to point 6. If you're following me, please, can you list out the points I've shared so far? I've shared 5 points. I've shared on thoughts. I've shared on knowledge. I've shared on building influence. I've shared on studying prescience. I've shared on pursuing wisdom. And the number 6 is gratitude. 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 It's funny that we live in a world where not many of us are grateful. We live in a season where we see everything as our right. And it's understandable. We see everything as our entitlement. And it's wrong. Very, very wrong. Extremely wrong. Yeah. Extremely wrong. Thanksgiving matters. Thanksgiving. Gratitude, it matters. even to our fellow men, it matters a whole lot. Like somebody give you something and you find it difficult to say thank you very much to that person. You're not doing well. And you know the funny thing, if you don't appreciate, you can't get more. You can't. That's the truth. If all your life you spend it complaining, you still remain where you are. That thing you have will not be enough. Do you know why the Bible says that to he who has will collect from me, that the person to he who does not have will collect from that person and give to the person that have. Like this person does not have. Because even the little he has is not appreciative, is not grateful. I went to a program, 3 days program recently. I just go back yesterday. And it was shocking. It was there I knew that some people had issues of saliva. Like some people don't have saliva in their mouth. You know, when anything is smelly, say, you pour it away. Some people don't have. Some people don't have. And they are living together. We are living together. We are smiling together. Some people don't have urine. Like they feel pressed. But water is not coming out, like because they don't have water. Oh my goodness. Some people cannot sleep. For me as a person, all glory to God. For me as a person, if I want to sleep now, like I want to sleep, give me a few minutes, I will do it conveniently. Some people, if they don't use drugs, they won't sleep. You have a place to go, and all of a sudden you just jump up, boom, let me go. You don't even think of how to walk. Like you don't think of how to walk, you just walk. It's something though. Huge thing. As I was speaking to you, I'm breathing well. I'm breathing well. Some people they cannot dare it. I understand. Tinubu here, Tinubu there, prices of things, inflation and the likes. Well, who is going to enjoy the greatness when it comes? If you are dead, I'm not pushing you to be grateful by force, but anywhere you are watching this, either you're watching it live or replay, take a moment to say thank you, God. Anybody that you serve, mention the name and appreciate. And if you are the one doing it yourself, say thank you, myself. Things are happening. Things are happening. And do you know what gratitude does to you? A lifestyle of gratitude. A lifestyle of gratitude. Do you know what it does? You will not understand lack. I kid you not. You will not understand. Like, even if you don't physically have money in your pocket, you will be happy. You have joy. Because you just have that weird feeling that I can't be stranded. Money is coming. I can't be stranded. That's something a lifestyle of gratitude does. So, part of the things I want to do today, think from January, something has been happening that you personally cannot explain. You just know this thing. Okay. A question was asked in church earlier today that, can you tell us if all the money you've been spending in your life is the money from your salary? Says me like this, that I'm not even a salary earner. It's God that is just taking care of me. My goodness. It's God that is taking care of me. I'm not a salary earner. So I used to envy those players to collect salary. Like this December now, some people collected hamper. Some people collected year new what's it called? End of the year bonus. Me, I not collect anything. But then this is me you're looking at. And if I can see your faces too, you are shining, you are glowing. It's not the money you make directly from with your sweat that you are spending. God has just been so faithful. Gratitude for the littlest thing. Just look at God and say, my goodness, God, you did this for me. You can't explain how, but you just knew it happened. You knew it happened. Gratitude. Gratitude. Even to our fellow men. Even to our fellow men. Somebody help you with something, no matter how little that thing is. Why didn't you do it yourself? But the person did it. Appreciate. Be grateful. Be very, very grateful. I will not say more on that. I know you get the message already. If you can, get a journal. A journal. Call it your gratitude journal. Anything could happen to you that you're happy about. Write them that, oh, wow, today I got 6 million naira just as a bonus for selling a property. Write it. You know what you do? The day you are feeling down like, God, why is this thing happening to me? Go through those journals. They will bring happiness to your face that if you were the same person that you were happy few months, few weeks, few days, few hours, few seconds, few minutes ago, definitely you can be happy again. It rekindles your joy. Gratitude. Yeah, it does. And let me say this just dropped in my spirit now. In 2024, the strategy of advertising or advertisement will be unusual. So don't think this is one way. This just came to my spirit now. Don't be rigid that, oh, we spend money on ads. Yeah, it's good to spend money on ads and all that. I was reading a marketing publication a few days ago, and I saw that in 2021, banks spent UBA, First Bank, Fidelity Bank, and another bank. Fidelity Bank spent 800 million naira. Go check. 800 million naira on advertising their services. 800. UBA spent 400. First Bank spent 400. Fidelity spent 800. If I'm correct, yeah. Access Bank spent 400. Four of those banks. 400 million. You see why it's not the money that enters into your account that is for you. Some are just meant to bring more money. Some money are like ATM. Oh, I wish you can just get what I'm saying. You start a new business, the profit, you started consuming the profit alongside. You are doing yourself. The profit is meant to bring more profit. Let me leave that. So be grateful, all right? Be grateful. Then the last one I'm going to be sharing. This one is powerful. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Are you sure you're ready for the last point? Or 7 points. Be big on execution. Be very, very big on execution. I will say something. On execution, I hold on to 3 rules to execute. Number 1 is goals. Number 2 is catalyst, is obstacles. And number 3 is catalyst. That's the GOC formula. So what is the GOC formula? Because me and you, we know in 2023, we said it, I receive Rema. That's like as I'm talking. Some of you will get some information in your spirit. I'm like, I'll start doing this thing. 2 months, is not done. You've not done anything. 3 months, you've not done anything. 4 months, you've not done anything. Like, well, this year we just go like, let's just go with the flow. Let's go with the flow. We know how we deceive ourselves. So this coming year, you've got to be big on execution. Execution. Very, very big on it. So enough of I will, I will, I will. It will be I have, I have, I have. I've done it. Oh, I will send a proposal. Have you do the damn thing? Submit the proposal now. Oh yes. Oh yes. Submit it. Write that letter. Execution. So this is the GOC formula. The GOC formula. The G stands for goals. What do you plan to achieve? What are the things you want to get done? Where are you going? What do you want to see in your life? You want to lose weight? You want to make 1 million naira in a month or in a day or in a week? What are your goals? What are your goals? That's the G. Then the O is the obstacles. You say, some of you like, "Oh, I don't think negativity." Yeah, you think it too. What are the obstacles? What are the things that can hinder me from not achieving this thing? And be honest with yourself. I want to lose weight. Number one obstacle. I like food though. Number two, I don't like gym. I'm not giving my own. I'm giving you just as a random example, right? I don't like gym. Number three, I love junks. Those are your obstacles. Then the last one, your catalyst. Who and what are the things that can help you get to where you are going? Who and what are the people that can get you to where you are going? Who and what? From the goals. See, yeah, we are in a world where you go to about device everywhere. But regardless, have something you write on. Writing is therapeutic. I kill you not. Write that goal. Oh, I want to see this happen. Obstacle. I'm a lazy person. I don't like reading. Catalyst. That's the C. What or who are those things I need to get there faster? Now, this is what you need to you do with the obstacle. For the obstacle, you turn them to strategy. Turning your obstacle into strategy is a wise way to execute. Oh, yes. Those things that are obstacles. Oh, I don't like going to the gym. Okay. That means gym is part of what I need to do. It's a strategy. What are the other options aside gym? It will give you strategy. All right? You look at all these things. So the goal of identifying your obstacle is to turn them to your strategy. Why the catalyst? Who? Now, when I talk about who, there are people we call gatekeepers. See, money has different terms. Money, it has different terms. If you want to pay money in a school setting, we call it school fees. If you want to use money to buy way for yourself or to buy access, we call it bribe. If you want to use money to get a big chunk of a thing, we call it leverage. All right? If you want to pay money in an hospital, we call it bills. Money has different stuff. Now, there are some money that they are leverage. I want you to have some portion of that this coming year. Keep money aside for leverage. What do you need it for? There are some places you want to access. There are some people that are manning that place. When I say gatekeepers, I don't mean the people standing at the gate. Gatekeepers include the people close to the people you are looking for. The people that are intimate to the people you are looking for. So the gateman, inclusive, the PA, everybody that are close to this person. Those are leverage money. It's not called bribe. No, it's called leverage. There's another fancy word like that. If I remember, I will tell you. Okay? It's not like, oh, you give, you just buy, you give you. I gave one Mara guy an example. He came complaining, not like he came to meet me. He was just speaking around, like he was speaking randomly, like does not understand all these policemen. They just keep standing here to collect money, to collect money. He told me that a few weeks ago. So when I just said, okay, try and do this thing. You know these policemen are always there, right? Do you know their fee? He said yes. I say, anytime you are driving your Mara, pass by these people, drop a light, park, bring money out of pockets without them asking, give them 500 naira. Do it for three times. And anytime you park, spend some time with them, just talk. So anytime you are coming, before you get to them, you have been hailing them, hey, Officer Jamo, like this, like that, you hail them. Then tell me what happens afterwards. So you budgeted 1.5, did it 3 times. Since that time, I met him yesterday on my way back. And he was like, sir, I really appreciate I've been looking for you. Thank you so much for that tip you gave to me. He said he no longer pay any money again to the policeman. Why? They now know him, they now like him, and they now trust him. So when they are stopping people to collect money, when they see me, how far? Báwo ni show wa? You go his way. Leverage. Leverage. There was one time I wanted to go pitch to one big man like that in Lagos. I went to the office. He actually said I should come, but I went there. He's a big man, like big man. I got there. I met other people in reception, and I told him, "Hello, good morning. How you doing? I want to see so and so person." And he was like, "What do you want to see him for?" I told him, he said, "I should come and see him." Blah blah blah. He said, "You can't see Oga now. You can't see him. He's not available to talk to much people today. These are the people. You can see people on street." I said, "Okay, it's fine." I went outside. I bought envelope, put something inside, and I got back. I had one book with me. I just said, just let me check that book. Anything you see in there belongs to you. Brethren, they took me to meet Oga after several people sitting on the reception. I'm not saying, see, this is this condition we've met ourselves. And if you really want to go far, you just have to do some things. It's not called bribe. I did not bribe him. What I just did was just give him money for airtime, and he opened the door. And when I got to meet the boss, after he yielded to my pleading, to my proposal, the money I gave to the PA, or to the receptionist rather, I added it to his own bill, and he paid me my charges. Are we not fine? Everybody is happy. Now look at what I gained. I gained the money. I gained me and that person, that receptionist now, we are very good friends. Very, very good friends. Myself and the guy, very, very good friends. Why? I had money for leverage. See, this year you are going here, you are going into it. Have money for emergencies, especially traveling. Always save that. Any opportunity can come. They say, come to this place tomorrow. You are not start looking for money to enter for a transportation. Have traveling money. At 2024, you need to stay exposed. If you don't have the financial resources to travel, go online, study their culture, study their language. Something is coming from there soon. So when you get there, you don't go there and start preparing. You prepare before you get there. So 2024 is telling you that you need to keep your clothes before the sun comes. You need to keep your clothes outside before the arrival of the sun. You don't have to wait for the sun to show before you now put your clothes there. This is 2024. So some unplanned meeting will just come. Hello, good morning, ma. Good morning, sir. Please, can you meet us in Abuja by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning? And you are in Lagos, you are in Ilorin, and you did not tell me before. This is not the year you are going to. You just have to be at alert. Your clothes is ready. Your clothes is ready. Your shoe is ready. That anytime call might come, I just need to move straight. I know what I'm saying. No, I know what I'm saying. No, I won't say more than that. So find the top people you want to meet, top 3 people or 5, as the case may be, that can take you or hold you by the hand to get you where you want to get to. Then find your way to connect to them. Some of you don't have the people you want to meet this next year. You have a list of them. To you, you're not intentional about your life and just living your life as it goes. Well, that is for you. All right, so today has been a wonderful day. We've spoken about the 7 things that any forward-thinking individual must put in place for an exponential growth. I spoke about thought. I spoke about knowledge. I spoke about building influence. I spoke about studying prescience. I spoke about pursuing wisdom. I spoke about gratitude, and I spoke about being big on execution, being big on execution. So for that, you need to just create an action plan. What are the things you will stop doing? What are the things you start doing? What are the things you will not do at all? Think, plan. 2024 is here. I want to see you win big. All right? I want to see you win big. We're going to play one of our videos. So as I do that, you just drop. If you have any questions, you can drop them and I will take them. Let's go on a commercial break. Aside the fact that you learn business strategies, you learn business tips and tactics on how to do well, you are also learning some personal things that are outside the business zone. And I love it when not everyone needs to be an entrepreneur, okay? You can work for someone and still be good. You can also be your own boss. And I love the brutality and the raw that entrepreneurship is not for the faint-hearted. Okay? The sleepless nights, the give up time. A lot of times, like, I'm not doing anything, you push your sleeping. But when one call just come in,
it could be your turn. You have a monopoly, but you had the idea first. You push it out first. But the important thing is that you have to stay on the idea.
all right, so we've come to the end of the Entrepreneur's Pump with Akolade Oluwatoba 24th edition. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Once again, I appreciate every one of you for joining us in this live program. Thank you so much for all that you do. I appreciate you, to online viewers, to our followers. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that you can get more updates as we keep moving. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. See you in 2024. Don't forget, stay tuned for 27th of January 2024 as we have our second anniversary for the Entrepreneur's Pump with Akolade Oluwatoba, proudly powered and sponsored by the Entrepreneur's Pump Africa. I love you. Thank you so much. Bye for now.